Still got stains on my shirt. Last night's rose. Said you can't find your skirt. Did you check the hallway, the kitchen, a backseat of my whip? I know every time we call it quits, I come crawling, falling into your hips. Hot damn, I can't get you off my chest.
Hey everyone, Sam Davidson here with Meaww Worldwide, and I am here with Alex Kinsey, musician, just came out with a new EP. How you doing?
I'm great. I'm so excited. What a week it's been.
I'm so excited because I've actually been a fan of yours since the X Factor. I came home for the holidays once and I showed my little sisters. I was like, you guys have to watch these two. They're absolutely magical. And that was still a time when I was buying music on iTunes, and I literally have a bunch of yours and Sierra's iTunes music. Like, I spent a lot of money on it. So
well, thank you. That's why I can still live in LA.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
All you.
So you're welcome. Very excited to meet you.
That's very cool. It's exciting for me as well.
Yeah, I'm obsessed with your new music.
Thank you.
But before we get into it, as I was doing research, catching up on what you've been doing, I realized you were also on American Idol and X Factor. And so is it just like a big thing for you to want to get out of the shadow of doing like TV reality shows, being on your own?
Yeah, I mean, it's a big thing, yeah, but I try not to think about it much because I just want the music to get me out of that, you know? Mm-hmm. So I'm hoping that if I just keep writing good music, eventually no one will talk about it anymore. But I mean, I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for X Factor.
Right.
So I have nothing negative to say about it.
Is there anything you would have done differently, you think?
No, it was great. It was a wonderful experience. I had a blast. I got to do some of the coolest things I've ever done because of it. Everything has turned out just how I needed it to so far.
So how long has this EP been in the works for you?
It's been a while. I'm trying to think when we wrote the first song for it. It's been at least a year and a half that we've had some of these songs. For the last 6 months, it's been like an everyday thought for me and my team and the people that are helping me out with it and working on this and a part of it. So it's been like an everyday thing for this whole year. But it's been about a year and a half that it's been in the works and talking about it. And then the album cover, I took that picture when I was 3 years old. That was on my 3rd birthday. So technically, I guess 24 years we've been thinking about it.
Wow, that's pretty special, right?
Yeah.
So this music, are you writing it? Are you co-writing it? Like, what kind of real life experience is it taken from?
Yeah, I'm co-writing the majority of it. There's a couple songs that were shown to me by friends, by people that are also that I'm co-writing with. And when I heard like Simple, I heard that song and I go, oh, well, that's gonna be the first single. You know, I didn't care that I didn't write it. It had nothing to do with that. It said what I wanted to say, exactly the way I wanted to say it, and that was enough. But pretty much everything else I've co-written, and I don't write stuff alone. I don't think I have the best ideas, but I think I contribute to them. So I like to have other people in to keep me in check and bounce ideas off of each other. But yeah, everything was co-written pretty much, and just from honest places, and turned out to be songs that I really liked, and that's why they made the album.
Well, so it's Party of One, and that really speaks to, I think, what you're going through right now, because you, of course, Alex and Sierra, then you were also in a band, and you've just worked with a lot of people. Is this a terrifying thing for you to just be like, hey, this is me, guys, it's just me?
Yeah, it is. It is terrifying, and it's funny because I've got a show coming up this Thursday, and I keep going through my head like, man, if anyone shows up, they're gonna be there for me, you know? And that's a really weird thought, because I've never thought in that term, because Alex and Sierra, people show up to Alex and Sierra shows and they're there for Alex and Sierra, whatever that entity may be, you know, and whatever we've created together and whatever we portrayed on TV, people were showing up for that. But this, like, if people buy tickets, it's because they wanna see me play, and that's a really strange thought. That's maybe the scariest part of it all.
Absolutely.
I don't want to let people down.
But you also like collaborating. I'm the same way. And do you have any collaborations that you really want to do? Let's talk about like a realistic one that might be in the works, or a dream one that would just be the best thing for you.
Realistic, nothing's in the works. Just I've taken a bit of a break from writing and creating to focus on releasing and this show and sort of the stuff that comes around with an EP. But when I get back in, I would love to get some cool collaborations together. I think that working with your friends is the best way to create. So I want to work with the people I care about. Dreams, though, Ed Sheeran would be a wonderful wonderful collaboration. I've gotten to hang out with him a couple times, luckily, and we get along super well, so I think it'd be fun to work with him, just because I know we like each other.
Oh, it was never that simple. Oh, the sacrifices I made. It was never enough, and it came at a cost. We were never that simple.
What kind of advice do you have for younger musicians that are thinking about going on a singing competition show or just want to do something exactly like you're doing?
Yeah, it's so tough. There's so many different ways to get to a place where you can make this a living. I honestly think the number one thing, and this is something that everyone always just hammers, is just practice. It doesn't have to be sitting down and making yourself hate guitar because of how often you're practicing, though. It can just be playing. Play for your friends. Play at parties. Play for your girlfriend. Just always be creating something, because that teaches you the yeses and the nos to creation. You know, if 5 years ago, 6 years ago, before X Factor, before any of this happened, I didn't write music much. I tried to, but it was terrible. But now I love writing music because it's something that I've done 3 times a week for the last 5 years. And after a while, you get used to it. You know, it becomes something that you learn how to do. But you have to love it too. Yeah. So there's a fine line to tiptoe between practice and loving something. Mm-hmm. You don't want to kill the passion. Absolutely. I think that that's something to focus on, though.
Do we see maybe a tour coming up anytime in the near future? Is that an aspiration of yours?
That's number one goal. That's always my number one goal. I think that touring is the most amazing thing I've ever been fortunate enough to do in my life. Being able to fall asleep in one city, wake up in another one, meet new people every day. It's a magical, magical experience. So if I can ever go on tour, I'm jumping at it.
That's amazing. Well, thank you so much for stopping by and chatting with us. And I'm not even kidding, you guys. I love this EP. It's right up my alley. So please go check it out. And you have a show coming up on Thursday in LA at Hotel Cafe. So if you're listening and watching and you're in LA, you should definitely come by.
Come on by and listen to the EP. I hope you like it. I'm glad you like it.
I did.
This was a lot of fun.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And thank you guys. We'll see you next time.
See ya.